Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and yet another day of the horror movie scratch offs. And today we're talking about a film from 1987 starring one Bruce Campbell, and that is Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2. Now, of course, guys, like I said, I gotta have the 4K, right? So I think we've already realized, guys, Evil Dead is a absolute classic. And Evil Dead 2, well, what can we say about Evil Dead 2? It definitely shares a lot of similarities to the first film. The first film, a minor budget for that one. This one, a little bit more money spent. So Raimi was able to bring back Ash, Bruce Campbell, and kind of redo some of the things from the first film, but of course, adding in some more elements to make it a whole new film and add some pretty darn good practical effects as well as some comedic aspects. That Bruce Campbell's physicality in this film is fantastic. It's been a while. It has been quite a minute since I've seen this film. But I'll tell you, his physicality and his performance doing the comedy, because he has to do the comedy all by himself. All the physicality is all by himself. When his hand is, possessed and having to attack himself and hit himself over the head with plates, I don't know if anybody else can go and pull it off. It's like almost like how like Jim Carrey would do it today, but Bruce Campbell doing it back in '87. Bruce Campbell is such an underrated actor. I mean, I get it, guys. He's definitely he's a legend. He's a legend in the horror genre, but he is still, in my opinion, I think he's still very underrated by just like the mainstream moviegoers. Everything that he's doing, I mean, just his facial expressions, the like I said, physicality with him like attacking himself, him, spoilers, guys, him chopping off his own hand with the chainsaw and then trying to, take the shotgun and shoot his own hand as his hand is like laughing at him. This possessed hand is laughing at him. Is great. The practical effects when his girlfriend at the beginning of the film, after he, reads the Book of the Dead or plays back the tape recorder for the Book of the Dead, and she wants to becoming possessed, all the special effects are still amazing. They still hold up and they still look great. The performances are pretty darn solid in this film from from everybody across the across the board. But again, this is Bruce Campbell's like really coming out film to really show that hey, this guy's got it. And obviously the ending of the film, I'm gonna have to spoil. I've been holding back with endings, but we know that this film will lead into Army of Darkness, and comedy will be upped a little bit more with Army of Darkness. But you have Bruce Campbell at the beginning of the film, him and his girlfriend going to the cabin, and of course finding the Book of the Dead, him playing back the tape recorder, his girlfriend becoming possessed, which is just that whole sequence is just fantastic with him having to basically bury his girlfriend and then her head coming back, biting his hand, and him getting his hand getting possessed. Great, great, great stuff by Sam Raimi. And from there, the gentleman who owns the cabin, the man who found the Book of the Dead, his daughter is coming to the cabin with a friend of hers. And along the way, they meet two people because the road to the cabin is now out of order after everything that just happened with Ash. So these two people kind of like saying, hey, we'll pay you or you pay us and we'll take you on a different way to get to the cabin since you can't go down that road anymore. So of course they go ahead and they do that, and that's where everybody gets involved in this film. People get possessed. People are just getting completely just murdered, basically in complete bloodbath. One gentleman, yeah, there's quite a bit of blood in this film. Absolute total gore in this film, and like I said, practical effects. Um, but yeah, it leads up to everything leading towards just Bruce Campbell and that epic moment with him putting the chainsaw on his hand, looking down at the chainsaw and saying groovy. I mean, it's a classic Ash line at this point. What more can I say? How much more can I gush about this film? It's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen it and you have HBO, it is streaming on HBO. If you don't have the 4K or the Blu-ray, any format this thing is, because it's been released everywhere at this point: VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, obviously. And the 4K looks great. It looks and sounds amazing. But this was just a film that I forgot just how much fun this film. I knew it was fun. I loved it, but really forgot just how much fun this one was, and just how much Bruce Campbell himself has to really, inject into this, all with everything that he's doing, his body language, his facial expressions. It's a blast, a complete, total blast. It's a masterpiece from Sam Raimi. So, yeah, guys, Evil Dead 2, definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into our next film for the month of October and our horror movie scratch offs. Let's go ahead and shuffle up the deck. And what is going to be our next film that we are going to watch? Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to take this one. Okay, rated R, 1999, 81 minutes, supernatural mystery. There we go, right there. Let's scratch it off. I love that. Look at that. Evil Ash. This also introduced Evil Ash as a part of the Evil Dead franchise. So go ahead and scratch this up, see what our next film is going to be. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm getting lucky again here, guys, with another one of my all-time favorites. One that I've owned on DVD, one that I've had on Blu-ray, and one that I actually have on not 4K. I almost said 4K, but I have on Blu-ray multiple versions of the Blu-ray, and one version that actually made my top release for 2024 last year. And that, of course, is the Blair Witch Project. Yep, we're talking the Blair Witch Project once again. Probably just going to be like my overall, feelings about this film, since I've talked about it numerous times on the channel. We're just going to do a little recap, talk about my overall feelings about this film for our next video review, or next movie review. And yeah, looking forward to talking about this one again. Can't wait. Guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.